Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe finally reached the battlefield. New Rogue struggled to covertly tell the others that they were surrounded without alerting the imps, and once his friends figured it out, all their strategies to deal with the imps failed. Luckily, the mist provided for wet change, and Tyler and New Rogue advanced to the final battle while Dell joined Shadow Nemesis at Angelina's farm. Tyler convinced the prince's forces that he was the general and asked to see the prince's plans, but the prince had arrived at the farm where he was suspicious of Dell before she revealed the talisman. Can the troupe learn the battle plans and maybe even defeat the Gravewalker? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Jesters of Ravenloft. We are here tonight to record some Dungeons & Dragons shenanigans. We've got the whole gang together. I will do a quick recap of everything leading up to this point. We've had a couple of seasons, so I'm going to do my best, but we're going to try to keep this relatively efficient. Our story began with 3 comedians and their stage manager being sucked into Ravenloft, the D&D horror realm. They discovered they'd been summoned accidentally by Ezra, the god of the mists, and now they needed to defeat Dark Lords and take their place to be able to set Ezra free and return home. During their time in Ravenloft, they trained in traditional D&D classes and gained new powers and new curses because it's Ravenloft. Tyler has become a blade singer. A wizard can kick your butt, though he'll pass out if he receives even 2 solid hits. A glass hammer, if you will. He also now has green skin, horns on his forehead, has a removable pinky, and can hear the voice of Ezra inside his skull. He's also befriended his very chill familiar Ivan, who helps out wherever he can. Dell has become a visual bard. She blends her artistic talents and magic by using the reality blade, a weapon that lets her carve what she sees into the very fabric of reality around her. She can also summon and speak to ghosts. There's always an invisible wind flowing through her hair, and she's got reflective eyes like a dog catching light in the night at all times. She has befriended Rumple Foreskin, a skeleton horse with fire in its heart named by Chat, who has joined the party in a quest to find their herd. Additionally, Dell has started dating a succubus from literal hell named Lucretia Sanguine, who looks like super goth Rihanna with wings and horns, and because of this, Dell has multi-classed into Warlock. Guy Bradford unfortunately died. However, his body was brought back to life with no memories whatsoever. This new guy-like being has named himself New Rogue and become a cleric, dedicating himself to the god Ezra, who he believes is majestic and kind and good, no matter what evidence is presented to him otherwise. He has spectral ghost limbs, from his hands to his elbows and from his knees to his feet, along with his eyes, which glow blue and kill anything they touch, except for Jack Magnum, a goat that was given to him by the mists. He loves that goat very much, perhaps too much. Lastly, there is Adam, who became Shaddam, who became Shadow Nemesis. After a complete breakdown and discovering he has multiple personalities, Adam embraced the most evil one and has become a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He is trained as a barbarian on the path of the giant, so his limitless anger now makes him even bigger and stronger. He also gained a symbiote that lives inside him, which he named Shadow Master, who feeds on people's brains or by wasting people's time, and Shadow Nemesis really leaned into the brain eating. He gained the loyalty of a squire as he claimed the title of the villainous Black Knight, but abused the little psycho so much that the evil Dr. Deputy now works for Dell. She renamed him Dr. Deputy Extreme. Our heroes defeated their first Dark Lord, and Shadow Nemesis struck the final blow, so he took the title. Then the realm transformed into his own personal hell, so they moved on to the second. New Rogue became the Dark Lord there, barely beating out Shadow Nemesis, who wanted a second crown, and then our heroes traveled to the third domain that they have visited. This one appears to be a bit of a Groundhog Day scenario. Every time they have collectively died, the day has restarted. They have learned that if they all die holding items, those items will carry forward with them, but if those items are not on their person, who knows what's happening to them? They've collected a variety of things over 60-plus episodes. They've heard there was a final battle where the Gravewalker was facing Prince Auric Bright Eyes, and Tyler looked just like a general that could get him into that battle. But why in God's name would we ever want to go to that battle, Ryan Prep? So for 60 episodes, they've been visiting every side location they could, learning people's names, picking new people to be villains, and turning on each other pretty viciously, debating what they're going to do about, I think, everything. They switched bodies. There's been battling. Shadow Nemesis has been betraying the party constantly, but finally felt bad about it after he lost all his stuff and returned to his body. He's now in a jumper and a beret, and he's got a mask. And the party has been split. Dell and Shadow Nemesis, along with Dr. Deputy Extreme, went to the farm, Angelina's farm that they had visited previously, where they collected the talisman of ultimate evil, which Dell had destroyed to make sure was not taken away from them the day before. And while there, because the mists provided, that's right, chat, you made all this happen, the party was split. So Tyler and New Rogue went to the final battle where they discovered the prince was gone. However, due to a nat 1 on the aide de camp and quartermaster, Tyler has full access to literally everything all the time to try to figure out whatever he wants. While over at the barn, the prince was at first concerned by the fact that Dell was riding a flaming bone horse dressed like a villain alongside Shadow Nemesis, who looked like a villain assistant and had a minion. But she delivered the talisman of ultimate evil to the prince, who is now sure that the Gravewalker is coming, which they have known, leaving the battlefield because Shadow Nemesis betrayed them the day before and carried over because he came up with a way to do that. And that's where they are. So some of our party is with the prince and a small contingent of warriors at a farm waiting for the Gravewalker to arrive. The others are at the scene of the final battle, which is not the final battle today. That is where we left things off. And with that, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. We know what has happened inside the barn where Dell was digging down to reveal the talisman of ultimate evil to Prince Auric Bright Eyes. But the big question is, what was happening outside? Shadow Nemesis, you have been sitting on a cockatrice along with Dr. Deputy, and Rumpleforeskin is there with you. Mm-hmm. You are being eyed and kind of politely penned in. Not to the point where you're under arrest, not to the point where they're on top of you, but it's clear that this, FromSoft badass with a blanket of quicklings and this small herd of armored centaurs are keeping an eye on you and don't want you to go anywhere. But you always have a plan, and I never know when it's enacted, and I never know what it is. Do you just sit and wait for Dell to return with the prince, or is there something you do in the interim?
Well, I remember Shadow Master kind of like recoiled within my body because he saw the
Brotherhood of the Raven. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I think I'll just kind of go inward and just see what's going on with Shadow Master.
You travel inside your own mind back to the Sherlock Holmes room. And you see Shadow Master standing there. He's in a full suit of poorly fitted armor. He's got a giant mace in one hand. He says, "We gotta fucking kill those Brotherhood of the Raven."
Whoa. Hey, calm down. Hey, look, we've faced these Raven dudes before, right?
Yes, we ate one.
Yeah. So we know
we must eat these two.
Now, hold on. Last time you were like, just eat the dude, and I did. But yes, I never
and it went so well. No consequences.
Listen, you didn't tell me why you hate these guys. What happened?
They're monster hunters. They travel through all of Ravenloft, and they want to hunt and kill monsters. And according to them, we are a monster.
So, like, what? Have you had a run-in with these dudes before, and like you escaped, or like what?
Yes, they came after us as the Black Knight, and we knew other symbiotes, and they killed them, and they hunt monsters everywhere, and we hate them.
Oh, so like in the previous dude's body, they went after you, but what, you killed them?
Absolutely, and then we ate them.
Oh, sweet.
That's what you have to do. We cannot let them come anywhere near us. If they figure out they'll attack, they'll kill us, they'll pull us out of you. It will be bad. We will both die.
Well, listen. The plan remains the same.
Yes, we kill them.
Hold on. We are going to blow up the Gravewalker. But I guess we're just going to have to blow up everybody else since they're here.
That's such a relief to know that's the plan.
Yeah.
But what if they turn everyone against us first?
Listen, I got to talk to Dell about this, but that Prince dude showing up is actually the absolute worst thing that could have happened.
I agree. He brought those damn ravens.
Yeah. But did you see what he did to that troll dude? He just like offed him like right away.
Yeah, he hit him with that light from his eyes.
Yeah.
I saw through the open barn door like you did. We weren't there, but we saw.
So, if that guy kills the Gravewalker, he becomes the Dark Lord, right? And now, in order for us to leave this place, we would have to kill that guy. And that guy, I can tell you, is 1,000,000 times worse than the Gravewalker. So we got to do our bag of holding bomb trick. Get the Gravewalker, get Prince Auric Bright Eyes in the barn and by the well. And maybe we can trick them somehow to bring them in there. And then same plan as before. Stab, throw, jump in the well, and we'll be safe.
Okay, I hate to be the stickler, and he just like takes off his helmet. Underneath is just goo, but he's just like trying to think for when he sets down his weapon. He says, "But how are we going to get them both into the barn? They want to kill each other, and they have small armies."
You know what? I'm more of like on the fly kind of guy. Like I'll just see an opportunity and then, oh, hey, you think with that imp dude, I can still talk to him? Because there were two, right?
I mean, we don't know where the second one is. We shot one and then ran away.
Yeah. But you think I could reach out and maybe be like, hey, the Prince Auric Bright Eyes wants to meet you in the barn, and then they can go in the barn and we'll be in the barn and blow them up.
I want to be clear. Your idea is peace talks that we then attack with a bomb.
I wasn't saying peace talk. No, it'd be like, go get him, right? And then we tell the prince, go get him. And and
we tell the prince that the Gravewalker's also in the barn. There are two people here who have their own agendas. We have to somehow play both for this to work.
Okay, so we got to get the Gravewalker in the barn. Then we got to get the prince in the barn.
Why the prince, though?
So we can blow him up.
But we have to kill the Gravewalker to become the Dark Lord, and we have to kill the Brotherhood of the Raven because fuck those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But why are we killing the prince?
Because if he kills the Gravewalker, then he's
and why are we
Dark
bringing
Lord.
them together where he can use his eye magic to blast the Gravewalker? Wouldn't it make more sense to keep them apart if we think they could just kill each other and end this?
I mean, yeah, but then we. Right. I mean, but it'd be really cool if you could take out the two top ones. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm not saying it's not cool, but I'm saying this plan right now doesn't include the Brotherhood of the Feather. Also, I don't want to die.
Okay. Well, we'll be in the well. We're not going to die. Come on.
Okay. But if we die before that well, I'm going to be so pissed.
Well, okay, we can invite the ravens too. We'll be like, ravens. Okay, ravens and the prince go in the barn. Then, we tell the Gravewalker about the secret entrance to the well. So he comes up into the well, and then we're there, being like with the bag. And
out of the well first before we stab this, though. You can't be in there.
He comes out of the well. We walk to the well, and we'd be like, whoa, what have we got here? Looks like an old-fashioned showdown. Stab, throw, in the well. Boom.
Okay, so we're staying out of the well, but he's going in the well.
He comes out of the well.
Okay, got it. And then we go into the well.
Then we go in the well.
Oh, yeah, it makes as much sense to me as the earlier plan. So I just want to be clear. Our plan when we've tried to stop betraying everyone is to immediately betray everyone and give the villain a secret entrance to the farm.
But we'll tell everybody. We'll tell Del anyway. That's the plan. So we can blow him up. Yeah.
So everybody else can die, but not Del.
Look, yeah, we got to protect our friends. Come on. These people can die. I don't care about them. Protect Del, protect Rumpleforeskin, and that's really it.
I want to be clear, not Dr. Deputy.
Nah.
I mean, I think Del's going to take it really poorly if we kill the Dr. Deputy.
Well, maybe we could just
sort of like, if your friend has an annoying dog, you just gotta like put up with it. If there was a fire, you couldn't just carry your unconscious friend out and leave the dog.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll die in the fight, and then we can just be like, well, we didn't kill him, Well,
I mean, so far he has been horrible in every fight ever, unless he's killed us.
Yeah, he's killed us a lot. That's why I really don't like him.
Yeah, super effective at killing us. Ineffective at everything else.
Yeah. But we should befriend him and, gain his trust so he doesn't suspect anything.
Okay, we've got probably like a minute to do that. So why don't you go back to reality and befriend Dr. Deputy, and then Del will come back and we'll figure out how to do this well thing on the fly.
Okay, and give me my hand back.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, cool. All right. All right.
But the moment the Brotherhood of the Raven come out of that barn, you lose the hand. They can't see the goo hand. They'll kill us. Those motherfuckers.
They're not going to kill us in front of everybody. We're here to help. All right, fine, whatever. Hide, and then when they leave, come back.
Then you get your hand back. Yeah.
Right.
Or if we're killing them, you can have your hand back.
Okay. All right, got it.
And you burst back into reality.
Yeah. I see Dr. Deputy there, I guess.
Yep.
And Rumble Foreskin. All right.
Rumpleforeskin is to your left. The Dr. Deputy is on a cockatrice to your right.
Oh, I'm sandwiched. Oh, boy. All right. All right. I'll kind of like just be like, yeah, so what do you think's going on in that barn?
The boss is doing a plan, probably.
Probably a good plan.
Oh, she's only got good plans, except when they're bad, and then you have to save her, but sometimes you die.
What do you mean by that?
That's pretty much a description of what's happened.
So if you think she does a bad plan, you need to...
Help?
That's very
Gotta
good to know.
improvise.
Oh, hey, you are pretty good at improvisation, if I remember correctly.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I'm glad we can just talk like this, Dr. Deputy Extreme.
Oh, you used my name.
Of course,
That's
it's
nice.
your name. It's your name, after all. And I'd like
No,
to formally
I mean-
apologize.
Oh.
Yes.
What does
I've
that
been-
mean?
What does apologize? You don't know what an apology means?
What's a formal apology? You have to wear like a nice hat?
It's just language that means you mean it even more than you usually would.
Okay, you want to say it loud enough everybody else can hear? That's not formal.
Well, I'll say it loud enough so that Rumple Foreskin can hear too. How about that?
What about the rest of the crowd? If it's going to be formal, a lot of
I
people
don't have to. I didn't
it.
do it. I didn't do anything to these people. I don't need to apologize.
No, but you
to them.
they could hear you apologize to me.
They can hear me. Hey guys, can you hear me? I say, pointing to the guards.
And you see some awkward nods from some centaurs, and you look over and just the cool assassin has an awkward moment of looking around and just like giving you a thumbs up.
All right, see, look, he can hear me. He can hear me. All right.
Okay, yeah, all right. That's
right.
it then.
I'd just like to say, I'm sorry.
Okay, for what?
For if I made you sad. I'm sorry I made you sad. I'm sorry if I got angry at you.
Uh-huh.
And I just think I could have been a better leader for you. Maybe you wouldn't have left my employee if I was a little more understanding of you, and maybe even a little kinder to you.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, because like I don't know, it's just like you're a pretty good evil tyrant and like a murderous knight, and you killed so many civilians, and like there's a lot of good stuff. Remember when you ate that guy's brain? That was nice.
Yeah, well, maybe don't say that loud there, Dr. Deputy Extreme. This guy's a kidder. I'm the jester.
Can you roll
Hot
the
dog.
persuasion? Just a flat persuasion.
Has it been 10
It is
minutes
within
yet?
10 minutes. It is within 10 minutes. I will give it
So
that.
roll it and then roll a d6 and add it together.
Oh, great. Okay. Roll a d6. That's a total of 16. Oh, sorry.
You got a modifier on that.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, I did not modify, so that's a 19 total.
There we go.
You see the centaurs reach down for blades, then look at you and look at the Dr. Deputy. They let the blades go. They clearly don't think very much of the little tiny cycle.
Ooh, phew. All right. Ending that conversation, Rumple Foreskin, I'd just like to apologize to you as well.
Oh, what are you apologizing to me for?
You know, basically what I said to Dr. Deputy Extreme. You were probably listening to me, so I'm carrying on that apology as well.
Yeah, so just for making me sad, not for betraying me and trying to get me killed along with everyone else?
Well, yeah, no, I'm sad for that too. That just, kind of just like to have you as a friend and don't want to fight. And honestly, you give great advice, and I just like you, and I have a hard time showing my emotions sometimes, and I just want to say that I think you're great. I think you're great with Dell and to Dell, and just to the group altogether. So I apologize, and I appreciate you.
Well, that's very nice to hear. I accept the phrase, the words that are being said, and I really hope that your actions will support you having said this, because if they do, then I can forgive you.
All right. Sweet.
All right. And then Dell, the prince, and the two Brotherhood of the Raven members exit the barn. The prince is in the lead, and he turns to you, Dell, walking you out in front of everyone to say this. And he turns to you and says, I am so sorry that I questioned your garb, that I questioned your companions, that I questioned whether or not you were on the right side of this battle. Appearances can be deceiving. I should remember that, and I was remiss that I did not think of it first. We've been fighting for too long, and it's hardened parts of our hearts.
Oh, wow. No problem. I get it. You said you want to make a Gravewalker trap kind of thing?
Yes. Join me, generals. If you could approach Slappy McSass Pants, and the ninja just like throws their hands in the air and says, you have to call me the Shadow around new people. I am so sorry. The Shadow, if you could come and join me here. And then, of course, Nicholas Flamel, and one of the centaurs nods gravely, the most senior and capable of them, the sword in hand sheathed, and then strides forwards to join this talk at the center. Do your companions need to join us? It seems like you are far more engaged in combat. I believe your friend said he was a jester.
Oh, yeah.
Then we don't need a jester in this conference, do we? Wait over there.
I'm clever, though. Yeah. You see what Dell said, yeah.
What did she say? You spoke over her.
Oh, well, Dell, why don't you say?
He's very creative, and he has good ideas, but I did one thing. I mean, we can try and check to see how close the Gravewalker is, unless that's something you can know already.
Allow me to check. And he turns to the Brotherhood of the Raven, who are like, two shrugs. I'm not entirely sure how much time we have.
Okay, so I pull out my reality blade and I cut my hand.
Oh,
great. Oh. And I'm like, I do it in a little flourish, and then I just stay still for a minute and go, because like the end of it goes totally through my hand and out the other side a little bit. And I'm
man.
It's fine. And I'm going to try to summon Angelina.
And you do. The blood swirls out of your hand and summons the ghost of Angelina. Hey. Hi.
So 1 second, I know you're dead and your husband's annoying, but do you see me? See
what? How do you know that?
Yeah, I talk to ghosts. It's the thing. I'm all glowy. You see how I'm all glowy? I'm a big beacon of glowy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird,
there's another one. If you look around, just do a 360. There should be another big glowy. Can you see how far away it is?
You roll me
very smart.
A persuasion at disadvantage.
Persuasion at disadvantage. Oh, boo, poops. It's just a 9.
Oh. No. I mean this as respectfully as possible, but why would I do this chore? I'm not just like a tool you get to summon. I'm a person, and you showed up and just dismissed my life and dismissed everything else. You want to use me to what? Spot lights in the distance for you? What is this? Who are you?
Okay, so this is the middle of a war, and if you don't help us right now, a lot more people are just going to be you and dead ghosts, and I can help you after all this, but I'm not going to be able to help anybody unless you do this for the one thing for me right now.
How will you help me?
I will get rid of your husband.
Well, that works for me. Okay, the light's about that far away, and it'll be here in about, my guess it'd be like 15 minutes. It seems like it's closing in pretty quickly.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
I turned right to Mr. Auric Bright Eyes. Mr. Prince, Sir, 15 minutes that away. He is en route real fast.
Yes, I knew he would come for the talisman of ultimate evil, which means it's time for us to form a plan. And we'll take a quick commercial break right there. Tyler and New Rogue, you are being escorted up this hill towards the final battle into the woods by the aide-de-camp, the quartermaster, Hester Joe Hosenpfeffer, who is so pleased and relieved to have someone he can finally put in charge of this camp. As you are stepping out, the path leads you up and kind of over into these woods. And as the trees begin to thin a little bit, as they begin to expand, you can see that there is a massive battlefield. If you want to think a comp in terms of kind of size and scale, this is a field between and fully surrounded by trees that's probably the equivalent of the battlefield you see at like the opening of Gladiator, which if you haven't seen Gladiator, you absolutely should see Gladiator. So I'm not going to give any other backup information. You can see that there is a lot of bustle and a lot of movement. As you look out, you are at the top of a raised portion of ground at the edge of which there have been barricades set up, dug into the ground. This is a section above that's been carved off. So you can see down with massive tree trunks and other elements all spiking forward so that if enemies are charging across the field at this position, they would hit these spikes with a few gaps. There are 3 gaps, one to the left, one to the right, and one in the center where clearly reinforcements could be sent out into the field from this camp. But they are there. They are small. They are efficient. However, you would not right now be able to see the enemy charge forwards and hit these spikes and try to fight their way in, because in front of these, there are lines of the clockwork defenders that you saw inside Corntown. There was the giant robot defender with the shield and the creepy little kind of worm rolling forwards. There are dozens, nearly 100 of these things lined up clearly as the first line of defense. None of them are actively moving. They're all just there in position. In the camp around you, you can see a collection of these same kind of, I don't want to say casual, but these irregulars that you have seen down at the base. You also see a large number of gnomes. These are younger gnomes. These are gnomes that you would see as kind of combat age. They're all wearing kind of jumpsuits, other things more formal. You can see they all have, goggles sitting on the tops of their foreheads with leather straps. They've got a little bit of a kind of an artificer vibe or a little bit of a steampunk vibe with some technology. Can you both roll me perception?
Give it a shot.
Well, give it a shot. That's a natural 20.
Whoa.
I think I might have beaten you with 12.
It's opposite day.
Yeah, it's 10.
New Rogue, you were seeing people as they travel around. Tyler, you're taking in even more details and being able to put together things that you had seen previously with greater context. When you look at these gnomes, you were seeing that somewhere, either in the front of their jumpsuits, kind of their coveralls, or tucked in a pocket or to their back, there is what looks like a radio remote controller with the 2 different sticks with a small antenna on the front of it. And you're realizing that there are operators that are moving these robotic defenders. These are the same things that you saw back in town. There must have been 2 operators inside buildings somewhere that were able to see the combat that weren't actually fighting in it. They must have been driving those clockwork machines to be able to defend that town.
Okay.
As you continue looking around, you see that there are 2 of these gnomes that seem to be more official than the rest. They have caps on. They've got red armbands tied around both of their biceps and triceps. They're moving around, gesturing with everyone. And there is a large hippo person, someone who seems to have averaged out a hippo and just a big, burly, thick-set man in what looks to you like old school English, like British white dress uniform armor, and he's just got a big blunderbuss held in his hands as he's gesturing, kind of getting the gnomes into line and into position. And you also see the irregulars off to the side. There's a woman leading them who's got kind of a blend between farmer meets pirate, solely because her uniform, much like her soldiers, is cobbled together but much fancier. You're seeing she's got like a big Napoleon hat that clearly doesn't match the rest of the outfit, but she's got on. She's there. She's got scars on her face, scars on her arms, the skin that you've seen exposed. She just looks really, really hardcore. And you're seeing these other kind of more common and irregular soldiers show her a lot of respect as they come together into like a pretty rough line. It's sort of like on one side, you feel like you've got like the tech engineer department. And on the other, you're seeing, casual thrown together soldiers at the very last minute. That is, let me just check the rest of my list. Yes, that's there. Okay. Yep. That's everybody. At the back of the camp, as you look further back into the trees, you can see that there have been tents set up. They're kind of little tent villages with one large central tent for each of them. There are, if you are looking left to right, there are 2 tents on that side. Then there is a large tent that, looking at it from the front, it seems like it's a T. It's a little bit more golden. It's got silver thread. You would guess this is the prince's tent if you were looking at it. It's clearly got a front entrance and then 2 larger kind of side rooms internally. You're not sure what's in those, but those are there. And then there are another set of tents to the right of that. Hester Joe Hosenpfeffer looks at you and says, would you like me to take you to the prince's quarters immediately, or do you want to meet the field commanders who remain?
I'm good with going to the tents myself.
I mean, I hate to be rude, but I was addressing the general. General, what do you wish to do? Your cleric is, of course, a member of your support staff, but you are the one who is now in charge of this camp.
Support staff?
Yes, as I am an aide-de-camp to the prince, you are the personal cleric of the general.
Okay.
You all right with that?
Yeah. No. I've lost interest. It's okay. I don't know. It's fine.
And this is why you should not be in charge. General, what would you like?
Fuck.
Okay. Can I ask you to show the same courtesy to my friend here that you would show me? I would appreciate that.
I will attempt to do so, but are you saying that your cleric is equal to you in terms of command?
He is my friend. And so we've got kind of like an informal thing going on between us. If that doesn't work for you, you seem like a very formal guy. That's fine. Just thought I'd ask.
I will endeavor to be friendly. I just want to clarify the chain of command. Am I to take his instructions as equal to yours? The military is all about chain of command. I know our forces seem irregular. These are trying times, but we need to be sure that the things are in place for the prince and for others to be able to take command when the battle begins.
Yeah, we're kind of a package deal. So yeah, when you ask for the general, you get my friends too. Yeah, so
friends.
Thank you, Tyler. That means a lot. And yes, friends. Best friends.
Yeah, man, best friends. Yeah, friends, plural. My knight captain, I'm sure you've got a drawing of her somewhere, as I understand it. And my jester, they are somewhere out there. We got separated. In fact, actually, and I reach for my sending stone and say, Del, Shadow Nemesis, can you hear me?
This comes through just as you are getting together with the prince to form a plan for what to do with the Gravewalker. Do you take this call, or are you part of the planning conversation, or what do you do, Del and Shadow Nemesis?
I'm getting a message from the general. We only have 15 minutes though. You
want me to take it? I can take the call. I can take it.
Sure. Let him know what's going on here. Okay.
Right. You go make the plan, and then you tell me what's going on. I'll talk to these my friends.
This is great. That's great. Thanks.
All right. See you later. Have fun.
Wow.
So you hear Del say wow and then kind of go off the call. Tyler, you are now able to talk to Shadow Nemesis, who is walking into the corn away from the group.
Yeah, I climb a tree. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going?
There aren't trees, there's just corn. So you can walk into the corn, or you can climb up on top of the barn.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
Spider climb?
Kind of like I just walk up like I'm on a cell phone, just like up the bar. I'm just like, hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hey, I take it you and Dell are together?
No, yeah. Dell's talking with Golden Boy and making a plan about the Gravewalker, who's coming this way in 15 minutes.
Golden Boy, Prince Auric Bright Eyes?
No,
He's
yeah.
there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of people with him too.
How many? Like the Gravewalker's bringing an army, right? Like, are you guys okay?
Can I see how many people he has? Like, can I ballpark it?
Are you trying to compare the prince to the Gravewalker's forces?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, roll me a perception. I'll give you advantage. You are up high.
Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Do I get? I still got that bonus thing. The charm. Does that work? No.
Being charming does not help you see better, I will say.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I know a lot of actors who wear glasses and they're not any worse actors.
I will say, to be fair, it is intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, but it's only for 10 minutes, so it's up to you whether it's still on.
I'm gonna say 10 minutes have passed. Then, yeah.
Okay. I feel less charming, but I'm on the roof. All right. Wait. Perception?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 0. Oh man.
Sure is, buddy.
Has been for a year and a half.
With advantage, that's 19.
19.
All right.
You can
Wow.
look out and see the approaching forces in the distance. As you look down, you can kind of get a rough glance on what you think is happening. And your guess would be that if you were fighting and kind of looking at this, it seems like there's a disadvantage to being with you and the prince. You're slightly outnumbered, but not necessarily ruinously so.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of Gravewalker people, let me tell you. But we have the element of surprise and a barn.
Wow. Okay. You said they're going to be there in 15 minutes. Okay. I am going to try to learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can here, and then I will see about. Seems like they've given me command of these forces, as far as I can tell. I'll see if I can maybe, I don't know, form like a vanguard or something, or some kind of cavalry to like get there super quick.
Sorry, I'm on the call.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, could you quickly ask then the prince if there's any possessions he has that are extremely powerful that we might be able to wield and could bring to his aid where he is currently?
I mean, I'm on a roof right now, so Dell's talking with him, so I'm not like there.
I think it's probably the Sunblade.
Oh yeah. I
have that. I have that already. Okay, well,
okay.
I'll just peruse anyways.
Oh, just real quick though. I was going to tell Dell this, but then you guys called. We're probably going to have to kill the prince as well. Just FYI.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Why, like, in case he's the Nightmare Lord?
Oh well, okay.
Sorry, in case he's the Dark Lord.
Okay, get this right. So, Gravewalker, Dark Lord, right? This prince guy, he's a fighter. He can if it was just the two of them, the Gravewalker is donezo. So if
don't
he kills
kill him.
If he kills the Gravewalker, he's the Dark Lord, and this guy is like picture it. It's like Gravewalker is like Super Nintendo, and like Auric Bright Eyes is like friggin' PlayStation 5. Like this guy is like crazy. So then if we ever want to leave this place, we would have to fight that guy. So we either got to take out the Dark Lord first, or we got to blow them both up. And I have a plan for blowing them up.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
We should just fight the Gravewalker ourselves then. Like,
look,
why would we?
Hey, look, I'm saying, if we could kill the Gravewalker, we can kill him. I'm just saying, we might just want to blow them both up just to be safe. I'm just saying.
But if he's so powerful and he survives, then he will hate us.
Are you planning to kill the Dark Lord while I'm not there?
Well, I mean, I was going to pass it along to Dell and see if Dell wanted to kill the Dark Lord.
Yep, that's what I'm saying is if I'm not there, we have no choices, no options. It has to be Dell who kills the Dark Lord then. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. No, I get it. Only one person can hold the Dark Lord title. I get it.
Yes, so like when you
You
talk
hear
about
Shadow
bombs,
Master's. I was gonna say you hear Shadow Master's voice in your head at this moment. Shadow Nemesis. He says,
Should we tell them about the possibility of me as a backup plan, or is that another secret?
Oh.
we'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Yay!
Shadow Nemesis, do you reveal the secret core of your plan, or do you keep it to yourself?
Oh, I probably should. I should probably just tell the truth, I guess. I'd be like, oh yeah, oh hey, by the way, I discovered something fun. Shadow Master could also be a Dark Lord if it came to it.
I mean, should you say you discovered that? We have no evidence for that. We hope.
No, we discovered it. We thought about it.
How did we discover it?
Because I thought about it, and it will happen.
What?
Listen, it makes sense.
This is the problem with you being a sociopath and telling yourself a lot of lies, is you can't tell the difference between your lies and the truth. Which is fine telling other people, but telling yourself, then you start thinking facts are there and you invent new personalities. I mean, I can practically feel one breaking off right now.
But
Shadow Nemesis,
yes.
I appreciate that you are trying to think outside of the box for ways to protect all of us and advance us to the next realm. I just think, seeing as we have this pattern already that you and I have become a Dark Lords, maybe it would be best just to stick to precedent and have Del become the Dark Lord. And
hey, you're speaking my language. I totally agree. All I'm saying is that if push comes to shove, and if this is like our only chance to get out of here, Shadow Master can do it.
How did you discover that?
Well, because the rule was that only one person can be a Dark Lord, right?
Okay,
when
the
I
camera
died,
pulls back from this argument, which continues, and zooms down on the battle plan where Del is talking to the prince and the other figures. Well, I think we can do this. If we stage the quicklings and the shadow. Thank you. The corn to the left, and we keep your herd, Nicholas, over to the right. Nay. All right, you want to go up the center? Yes. All right, we'll send the herd up the center, and I can swing in on the right with the two brothers of the Raven. Do you have any suggestions, Del?
It seems like the Gravewalker has just a lot of imps and cavalry stuff.
Yes, we have
him.
our own cavalry that can engage with his, and the quicklings can battle with the imps. They can jump surprisingly high because they move very quickly. Yes, we can. Yes, jump. It's just a carpet of little voices blurring around, echoing over each other.
Okay, I'm just to get this straight. So it's like we're not doing anything sneaky. You're just gonna be like your forces equal to his forces, and you're gonna smash together, and like everyone's gonna die. That's like the plan.
He doesn't know we're coming. He's coming for this talisman, correct?
Right.
So, we can hide amidst the corn, let him move forwards, and then engage with him. Nicholas, Del makes an interesting point. You can't go up the center. You're going to have to swing in from the right with me.
Yeah.
A pincer movement, if you will. Yay.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, kind of let him think that he's coming in to get the amulet and then attack. Surprise, which is what you need me to do.
I'm not sure what your capabilities are, but as you're a knight commander, perhaps you could charge alongside Nicholas. You would be very welcome with the herd.
Okay. I'll have to ask my steed, who's my friend, whether they'd be up for that.
Ah, your steed can talk. Welcome, steed. Come, join this conversation. Oh, hey. And
thank God.
Forward to join the conversation. What do you need from me?
So we were thinking maybe we can charge in with the centaurs. So I think we're gonna all kind of hide in the corn and then wait for the Gravewalker to show up. Unless you think you have any other ideas of what might be good to do. I've not really been in the middle of a big battle like this. So the last one we were in did poorly.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that the can I borrow Del for a brief moment? Yes, I'll converse with the others if that's what's required. Rumpleforeskin walks away from the group and says,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to say like what you could do or not do in front of them, but I think you charging right into the middle of battle sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah,
right?
it was scary.
Armored knights and everything's bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah, what do you want to do? I don't really have any ideas. This is kind of beyond me, but if the talisman is the lure and the only person who can hold it is Shadow Nemesis, then I guess he stays here in the middle so they can jump them out there and try to kill everybody. And then what do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really a middle of battle person or that kind of thing. I mean, I don't really know what to do all by ourselves here. Just the couple of us.
Okay, so you don't know what to do. Do you want to
Tyler's
charge in with the knight?
Planning person. No. I think maybe charging into battle might be bad. Maybe we can hang back and see if we can help in some other way. It sounds like it's going to be crazy.
All right, so maybe we could pitch it as you holding back, and then if the Gravewalker does something sneaky to get to the talisman, you're ready as like somebody to go after the Gravewalker, because we need to do that because Tyler's not here, right?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And honestly, I guess I could pitch it. Maybe I can look out for the ghosts or something. You know, so now I'm a ghost person that they have. I don't really know what I could do, but it's a pitch.
Well, I mean, they don't know what you can do, so if you just tell them, then they'll think you can do it.
Okay, all right, yeah, great. Thank you, Rumpleforeskin.
Oh, no problem. I'm just here to help you clarify your thoughts and assist how I can. I'm not super tactical either. I kind of get ridden around in combat most of the time, but I got an idea of where to go, so I can help with that.
You've got great ideas. Perfect. All right,
thank you.
We'll do that. Okay, we'll walk back over to the table.
And you go back to the central group. All right.
Okay, we've got it all figured. If it's all right with you, Mr. Prince, we're gonna stay back just in case the Gravewalker does something weird or sneaky, because obviously the Gravewalker controls ghosts, and I also can control ghosts, so I can help with the ghost stuff, which is going to be a lot more useful than me being on the front lines, because I'm not really a front lines fighter like all of your amazing centaur people.
That's surprising for a knight captain.
Well,
can you roll me a persuasion, Del?
Yep. It's a 17.
Well, that's good enough for me. The general would have his own assumptions and other methodologies. He's known for being surprising. So you want to hang back and prepare the shadows.
And I was going to say that our jester, he is able to hold the evil amulet because he's, a weird jester. So maybe if he can hold the amulet and stand in the middle kind of as bait, then you'll know exactly where the Gravewalker will be.
Excellent. So the jester will hang on to the talisman, and he will be inside the barn, the house. Where do you think he should reside? If we assume that he's hiding, or should he start running away? What's the best cover for this?
Well, maybe the barn. He can just stand exactly where it was hidden. Like, oop! I found it. I found it first.
He'll pretend to be digging up the talisman.
Right.
Excellent. This is a plan. You will remain behind, hidden, ready to battle ghosts in case he breaks through, and I will lead the charge. The only question that I need to ask is, I've had to leave the Iron Giant behind. Nicholas, could I ride into battle on your glorious back, old friend? Yay! Perfect. We will prepare ourselves in the corn, bring the jester down, and wait in position. Would you like me to leave the Brotherhood of the Raven, these two agents with you, in case the Gravewalker breaks through?
Oh, no. Me and Rumpleforeskin and Dr. Duppy Extreme, we will cover the breakthrough situation.
Excellent. Faustus Moonington of the Third House of the Moon, and Chattis Braden Remstrand Melody Linus from House Forrester. Both of you, take to the skies and assist where needs be. And they both, in a burst of smoke and feathers, turn into ravens and fly up into the sky. Cool. Meanwhile, Shadow Nemesis, you are finishing your argument atop the barn.
And so because I have a soul and therefore am one person, and Shadow Master has a soul and is therefore one person, we can each become a Dark Lord, even though we're in one body. That was him, sorry.
Yeah, that was him punctuating your point.
I don't know, man. It's Tyler, it sounds in Shadow Nemesis, it sounds like it's not well thought out. Like, it sounds like it's on a wing and a prayer.
Well, what do you mean? Of course it's well thought out. Look, I'm saying that I won't do it. I'm just saying that if we're all dead and it's the only chance I got, I can do it.
Shadow Nemesis shares your thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Shadow Master shares your thoughts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shares your wants and desires as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Fears? You have the same fears?
No, we got different fears, I'd say.
You have
He's really freaked
different
out about
fears.
these, like, raven people that are here. No, I don't know what that's all about.
What do you mean, raven people? What is the issue?
Remember in my realm when some dude showed up and he was freaking out Shadow Master, so I ate him. Remember that guy? He was like a
Perception?
what?
You roll me a perception?
Oh. Okay, all right.
Right?
On the roof.
11.
11. You continue your explanation, not realizing that the war party beneath you has now split up, disappeared into the trees, and Dell is waving at you, trying to get your attention from down below.
Shadow Nemesis. I don't have any more ghost whispering. Shadow Nemesis.
Is she yelling at me? Do I hear that?
She's whispering right now, so no, you're not going to hear that. You're in the middle of your explanation.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, there's like these raven people that, like, I don't know, they go after monsters and he doesn't like it because they went after him one time and, you know, he's all scared of them and stuff.
God, so much has happened. Okay. No one but Dell kills the Gravewalker or Bright Eyes. We still don't know 100% whose nightmare this is. So if any of those two die, Dell's dealing the killing blow. Deal?
All right. Okay. All right.
But
But like,
as much as I can, as quick as I can, I'm going to try to get to you as quickly as possible. You
Okay.
are at Angelina's farm?
oh yeah. Everyone's they're wait. I think I should.
I'm going to throw a rock onto the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rock clatters. Shadow Nemesis, you look down and see Dell waving at you, the talisman in a box on the ground next to her, and no one else. They all
Shadow
must have
Nemesis!
disappeared into corn.
Oh, I think it's starting. Hold on. I got to go down to Dell. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Puts the rock in his pocket. And we cut back to the battlefield where you are looking at these troops that are arrayed. And Tyler, with your incredible perception, you can see that there are centaur cavalry in the distance, kind of still among the trees that haven't come down to join the lines. And you spot, as you're quickly glancing, looking for rats, you spot a number of quicklings that you recognize as other quicklings that match the one that you had met flitting among the trees. And Hester Joe Hosenpfeffer looks at both of you and says, I assume that you've had a conversation with the others. Co-General, I see that you have the Prince's Sunblade. Impressive, you recovered it. I'm sorry that I underestimated you.
Oh, that's all right. Everybody makes mistakes.
Excellent. I can take you into the tents if that's what you wish to see. You can meet the others afterwards. I do have to ask, what is the magical significance of that lamp? And you look down, new rogue, to your waist, and you see hooked around your belt is a golden lamp that looks almost identical to the one from the movie Aladdin.
Oh, that kind of lamp.
And that's the end of our episode.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adam Mir 101, The Dankler, Anticore 7, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.